Hello everybody, welcome back to our final part of our live studio show here on MXGPTV.com with me, Paul Malin, and Lisa Leyland. Our third guest is in now, Louis Vosters. Of course, he is the team owner for Monster Energy Yamaha MXGP factory team. Louis, welcome to sunny Italy.
Good morning. Good morning.
What a change the weather has made there in the last few days. But as a fan of the sport, as a neutral of the sport, first of all, how close, how intense has the racing been this year, particularly in the MXGP class?
I don't know why, but we saw it already in Latvia that it was so close. I think we had there 8 different podium finishers, and 9 is the maximum. So all races were really close and really nice to watch.
Yeah, and from your side as a team owner, obviously Jeremy Seewer seems like he's really stepped it up this year. He's had 2 race wins, he's had a Grand Prix victory, he's third in the championship and not so far off the lead. It's turning out to be a pretty good season for him and for you guys.
Actually, he stepped it already up last year,
Yeah.
but I'm really happy that he improved again this year. So now he's really there and he's doing a great job. So we take it race by race and see what will happen.
This is obviously one of his first race in MXGP. This was Faenza. Were you pleased with the way that he performed there? Or is that the kind of track that you expected him to do well?
Yeah, this kind of track fits really to him, and he really likes such kind of tracks. So more or less this we expected.
Well, it's very tight at the top of the championship standings at the moment. We don't know too much about the track in Spain, but looking at Lommel and Trentino, would you say those tracks would suit Jeremy as he goes for his first title?
Yeah, for sure. Lommel is close to our workshop, close to where Jeremy is living. He trains a lot there, and at the moment he's quite fast there. And regarding Trentino, yeah, he's born on such kind of surface and tracks, and he really likes hardpack, so that's a good track for him as well.
Yeah, and obviously we don't know anything about the circuit in Spain yet, but I'm guessing that with it being a brand new circuit, it's going to be, I would imagine clay dirt possibly, rather than sand like we had with Assen. It's obviously, I think it's going to be more of a level playing field for everybody. Going in just one day's race, learning the track, I think we'll really see maybe a shift in the balance, or you think the same riders will kind of work their way to the top there?
I think it will be quite the same riders there.
Yeah.
And I expect no really different results from other riders, but we'll see what will come.
Okay.
Well, what about Gautier? I mean, so far this season there's been flashes of what he can do, and he actually showed that on Wednesday. If he gets a good start up front, then he can actually be a potential race winner. I mean, were you impressed with what he did on Wednesday?
Yeah, we all know Gautier had great riding skills. He's really talented, but he has to make the puzzle, and you need a good start, you need some good luck. He had a problem with, he broke his finger in Latvia, so there it started, a quite big crash in Faenza. So now we saw last race here on Wednesday, when he has a good start, he's there with the guys at the front. He can do really well. So he's a potential race winner. We see.
And obviously, I think you just touched on it there. I guess the general kind of synopsis is really that he's been unlucky this year, hasn't he? Whether it's poor starts or whether it's small mistakes, the injury that he had in was it Faenza when he did the finger, or Latvia. So just unlucky, and I know as a rider it sometimes can be frustrating. You just find a good pace and then there's a knockback. There is something. Is that kind of, for him that's difficult to deal with? How do you deal with that? That kind of disappointment from a rider, but you having to then kind of build him back up.
Yeah, first of all, we all try to stay positive and to support him as much as possible. But Gautier is a guy who really wants to do well, and he pushes himself to the limit. And this will not always work. So and we all, the whole crew, we were really happy that he did well last Wednesday here.
Mm-hmm. And obviously, it's been a tough season for Arno. We saw, signs of brilliance from him in Latvia, where he was running top 3, top 4 in both races at some point over the course of the triple header there. But it's been a very contrasting there's been a contrast in fortunes for him. Last year 6 podiums, couldn't do anything wrong and had a fantastic season, but this year completely different. It just goes to show how challenging sometimes our sport and how cruel it can be sometimes.
Yes, that's true. Also last year in the beginning of the season, he had some bad luck and stuff, but then he came in a flow. I think it was in Portugal with his first podium, and then he made 6 in a row. So, but also this year for him, he can't make the puzzle and he's struggling. He has some injuries. So we really hope that he can come back soon, because actually at the moment he has a concussion. Again, he's resting at home, and we hope that we will see him back on the bike next week.
Sure.
Okay. I mean, I guess it's just a case of just taking it day by day at this stage then for Arno.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So the latest there then, concussion, staying home. We don't know when we're going to see him back. Are we likely to see him at all in Belgium, or we don't know yet?
He is really looking for Spain next week.
Okay, cool. So that's the latest on Arno. Before we go, I was talking to Tim about this a moment ago. It's going to be a tough end to the season. When we arrived here in Mantova, 10 rounds in 7 weeks with 3 triple headers, and the race in Spain next week. And I guess, the toughest run in MXGP history, World Championship history. Never before have we seen that kind of end to a season. Everyone has to perform and stay in top form now, don't they, for the rest of the can't afford any mistakes.
No, it's true. You have to stay in top form, but you have to be consistent as well all the time. So at the end, I think this will be the champion who will be the most consistent over these last races. So it will be quite exciting, I think.
Obviously, I know they've not made too many changes to the track since Tuesday, because obviously they were working on the track on Thursday. We had pretty much rain all day yesterday. We had it in the night. We're having it today. This one could be a game changer in terms of the start is important. It's crucial. What can we expect tomorrow?
For me, I hope that there will be a little bit more lines. So they did some changes on the track, and when the weather is quite fine, I think we will see a nice race again.
All right. Well, look, Louis Vosters, thanks for joining us here today, and all the best for the riders from now until the end of the season.
Thank you.
Well, look, we are out of time here. Thanks for joining us for our studio show here in Mantova, the MXGP of Europe. What is it, round 11 now of the FIA Motocross World Championship? Join us.